Blessings, my brothers and sisters, my friends, my fans, and all my listeners. Privileged we are. All praises due to the Most High. January 17th, 2025 finally has arrived. This is the Friday night special edition. Let's get it. Woo! It's the funk, baby! Kill it, kill that noise. Why? Kill it, kill that noise. You better kill it, kill that noise. Kill it, kill that noise. LW, I'm live on YouTube. Your Bellevue patient is back. East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. You already know. Woo! Peace and blessings, my brothers and sisters, my friends, my fans, and all my listeners. Welcome to another edition of FMW Live in the studio. Let's get right down to it. Another one bites the dust. It's like someone sprayed a can of Raid in the culture of hip-hop, and now you seeing all the roaches running out, scattering, because they can't take the pressure. They don't like the smell. They can't deal with the toxicity. They don't like the lights being turned on. They don't like being flushed out. I'm not one to toot my own horn, but I told y'all a long time ago. Hip-hop will be rewritten. And the rewriting has already begun. It's the funk, baby! My topic of discussion is about one of hip-hop's well-known, well-congratulated superstardom. One of hip-hop's most big-headed niggas in charge. That's right. I'm talking about Melly Mel. My topic of discussion is Melly Mel sends the wrong message. Oh yeah. Melly Mel sends the wrong message. That will be our topic of discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, fans, and all my listeners. Let's get right down to it. In hip-hop, nobody is who they appear to be. Let's get that straight. In hip-hop, nobody is who they appear to be. What you see is never what you get. What you see is never what you get. Most of your favorite sucker MCs, they just here to entertain you. That's all they here to do. They here to influence you, manipulate you, but they are not here to educate you. They are not here to fight for you. They are not here to stand up for you. They are not going to take the front line when the shit hits the fan. Oh, hell no, they not. You see, some of these so-called superstar Negroes, they already bought and paid for. They owned. They signed on the dotted line. They belong. They are now property. They do as they're told. And all of this is just a confirmation. All this hype, all this celebrity status, all this fame, all it is a confirmation that somewhere down the line, this person sold out. That's all it means. Somewhere down the line, this person with all the status, all the fame, all the shine, they done sold out. They either done bent over or dropped down on their knees. You see, that's how the rules go in Hollywood. But the question is why is old Melly Mel speaking on this topic now? Why is old Melly Mel finding it so convenient to finally now speak on a topic that's been having hip-hop inflamed for months now? Why wasn't old Melly Mel commenting when the discussion began? The whole entire FBA community has been speaking on this. So Mel, I'd like to know why now? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because it's getting too hot in the kitchen for Fat Joe. It's getting too damn hot in the kitchen for Fat Joe. And old Joey boy is starting to feel the pressure. Foundational Black Americans said, oh, hell no! You should have never did that. That's what happened. FBA's got their foot on Fat Joe's neck. So what did he do? What happened next? Melly Mel got summoned. They sent a summons out for this brother. Told this brother, you got to make an appearance. Yes, they had to reach out to their Negro sponsors. They said, you got to make an appearance. You owe a few favors, by the way. What's the matter? You ain't got no love for Fat Joe? They had to get someone who was easily swayed. Yeah, someone easily swayed. Someone who had a name in the face. Yes, he had to have a name in the face. Had to be well known. He didn't have to know what the fuck he was talking about because the people, they still gonna listen. All he had to do was have one characteristic. And that characteristic was have a big mouth. Then they got him. They got him. Now, some of these brothers, they learn how to play the game. They learn how to play the game. They learned that to win, you got to support the narrative. To get in, You got to support the narrative. You got to agree with the bullshit. You got to speak out against the truth. You gotta act like you down with the agenda. I mean, this is just the democratic way. If hip hop is a collective, multicultural melting pot, like they trying to say it is, then why is Black American communities still living under the poverty lines? Why don't we still have a seat at the dinner table? Why don't we have any economical substance to bargain with? Why? Why are all other cultures, I'm talking about my Puerto Rican family, my Mexican family, my Arab family, my Chinese family, my Indian family, their communities is all doing well. They all doing well. It's just my Black African American communities who's living below the poverty lines, who have been customers in their own communities. It's terrible. How is it that all these other cultures and communities is thriving, prosperous, profiting? Why and how, when Black foundational Americans are still customers in their own community? It don't sound right. And it don't feel good. If hip hop is this collective cultural melting pot that they're trying to make it out to be, why are the majority of Black men, foundational Black Americans, being emasculated? Why are Black kindergarten children being introduced to all types of things like homosexuality and transgenderism? How is that? How is that? Why are Black women, foundational Black American women, number one in the aborting of their babies? How is that? Explain that to me. It don't make any sense. It don't make any sense. Why are foundational Black Americans, children's schools and communities and family structures underestablished, underimpoverished? How is that? Somebody better talk to me, because it ain't making no sense. Black homes distorted, unbalanced. It's just like, to me, hip hop has been weaponized. That's what happened. And the people have been hypnotized. FMW. We live in the studio. It's the funk, baby! Woo!
There can only be one original funk master. FFW.
In the studio, baby! You already know. The Bellevue patient is back.
And I wanted to become a great singer. I always had the same dream. The dream was that I'm singing for hundreds of thousands of people. Beautiful people, and I got the same innovation.
Come on! We live on YouTube. You know who it is. It's the Bronx, baby. Y'all know who it is. The original. I'm back. I'm all the way. The Bellevue Page is back. It's the baby. Stop hating. The gorilla is out of the cage. Melly Mel, who has been at the center of a whole lot of controversial topics. Melly Mel. And he's never failed to impress me. Never failed to impress me. By always saying some old corn BS out of his mouth. He's always seeking praise and always wanting to be good. What do you need, a hug? Information? You need a pat on your back? What do you need to feed that ego? You always quick criticize something. You ain't got nothing good to say, then you shouldn't say nothing at all. That's how I feel about it. I mean, you criticize these young cats, the new school cats, the up and coming cats, the new hip hop. I mean, you ain't got nothing good to say. Damn. It's depressing, man. Well, today, once again, old Melly Mel has decided to give a whole new substance to the word hip hop and its creation. He took it all the way to the left. Oh, he hit this all the way out the park. Way to the left. Left field. Here comes Melly. We gonna get right down to this. Melly Mel done said some things out of his mouth and he lost his VIP in the culture. I hope you know that. FBA's after this. Melly, your head's on the chopping block. Just for the bag, man? What happened? You got a phone call? How much? How much, Mel? How much did old Sloppy Joe pay you, man, to sacrifice yourself, to open up your big mouth and make a spectacle of yourself? Tell me, Melly. Tell me, Melly, how much did it cost? Because everybody's got a price. We gonna listen to this. We gonna listen to Melly Mel and some comments that he made and his perspective on the culture of hip hop. Roll the clip.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the legend king himself, Grandmaster Melly Mel. What I want to try to do is bring some kind of clarity to a situation that's been floating around. And as a matter of fact, just to try to get it off the front page, you want to put, little weirdness on the back page. Now, they got this whole thing going on about, who started hip hop and who, whether Puerto Ricans was the backbone or whether black people was the backbone of the culture. Now, is no wrong answers. I don't believe in right or wrong answers, but it's results.
Hold up right there. Stop it right there. Stop it right there. You know you done fucked up, right? Melly, you know you done fucked up. First off, Melly, there is a right and a wrong answer to every question. There is a simple yes or no, Melly. I have to disagree with you. There is a right and a wrong answer to every damn question, because if somebody asks me, right, let's say a fan asks me, or matter of fact, let's say I asked the fan. If I said to a fan, hey, yo, who wrote the message? The first thing the fan is going to say is Melly Mel. Bah! Wrong answer. Ed Fletcher, a.k.a. Duke Booty. Rest in peace. Salute. See, that goes to prove there is a right and a wrong answer for every question. Facts. Roll the clip.
Now, this is the bottom line. Now, that everybody got their opinion, so now this is my opinion. Hip-hop is not black culture. Hip-hop is Bronx culture.
Oh, shit. Oh, hell no. You should have never said that, partner. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did this bum, did this bozo, did this blabbermouth just say hip-hop is a Bronx culture? Did he just try to take the blackness out of it? Oh no. We gotta let Melly Mel. We gotta let old Melly Mel explain this. Explain yourself, Mel.
All the shit that made hip hop, the building blocks of hip hop, it was formed in the Bronx. The first popular DJs, DJ Cooper, Bronx cat. The first turntablist, Flash, Bronx cat. The first guy to do the scratch, Grand Wizard Theodore, is a Bronx cat, right? The first MC, you're looking at him. I was born and raised in the Bronx, Monsignor Hospital. The Bronx culture is hip hop culture.
I have to disagree with you there, partner. I totally have to disagree with you on that philosophy. Let me break it down, Melly Mel. School's in session. The Bronx is not a culture. The Bronx is a place. The Bronx is not a culture. The Bronx is a place. And let's not get the word conditions mixed up with the word culture. Because in the Bronx, we were living under conditions, not culture. The conditions in the Bronx was poverty. It was ghetto. It was substance abuse. It was addiction and imprisonment. It was crack, heroin, and alcohol. It was welfare. It was cigarettes. It was housing projects. It was single parenting homes. It was prostitution. It was hard times. It was the conditions. And this was the conditions that we lived under in the South Bronx. So, yeah, let's not get conditions mixed up with culture. Roll the clip.
So the fact that if you got two different sides arguing about the culture of hip hop, you didn't even say none of the Bronx guys' name. Like it's all this we shit. Like you French. Who's all the we? First of all, whoever's speaking about that, you wasn't even there. I'm there. I'm 16, 17 years old. I'm looking at Herc in them. If you want to talk about hip hop culture and have it being beneficial for somebody, then why ain't he supposed to benefit Herc? Why you can't ask Cass or somebody?
Hold up! You should have never said that. Did you say why we didn't ask Cass? Oh, hell no! You should have never said that, partner. Why we didn't ask Cass? The people did ask Cass. The people did ask Cass. And he told them he was the grandest of them all. This is what Cass said. He said he's the grandest of them all, even your mama called. Okay? But then when I called him out in public, since 2017, I yelled his name out. I did every disrespectful thing I could to get his attention, to get him, to get the balls, to grab that mic. But he never showed up. I asked him, prove it to me, Cass. Prove it to me that you're the grandest of them all. Show that to me. He never did. He went in hiding, he disappeared, and it's dudes like Melly Mel who supported his cowardice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I know all about it, partner. So no, we can't ask Cass a damn thing. Now roll the damn clip.
I'm looking at Herc in them. If you want to talk about hip hop culture and have it being beneficial for somebody, then why ain't he supposed to benefit Herc? Why you can't ask Cass or somebody? Ask somebody that was there. You're just going to take it upon yourself. Oh yeah, well, you know, so and so started the culture. At the end of the day, the people wasn't even really behind hip hop like that. You want to know who was behind hip hop in the very beginning? Bronx was behind hip hop. That's who was in the parties. And you had a couple of people from the outer boroughs, and they came in, but the whole thing happened in the Bronx. This whole conversation is supposed to benefit the true founders and builders of hip hop, but you never even asked. Did you ask Herc? Did you ask Biggs, or did you ask Flash? Well, Flash, what do you think? Foundational Black Americans. We was Afro Americans probably back then. We wasn't even. It was no foundational Black Americans.
Hold up. What do you mean we were African Americans probably? What do you mean probably we was African Americans? Weren't you there? Don't you know? What do you mean probably? Oh man, this is gonna be a long night. What do you mean there were no foundational Black Americans there? No matter where we are, we've always been foundational. We've always been Black, and we've always been American. So I don't get it, Melly. I don't get it. It's just that we just didn't use the terminology back in those days, Melly. This is the millennial era, Melly. So now we identify as foundational Black Americans, Mel. What the hell? It ain't hard to tell. Damn. We gonna keep it moving, man. We just gonna break this shit down. Yo, matter of fact, you can continue rolling the clip.
The people wasn't behind hip hop other than the people that went to the jams in the Bronx. And let me just say this: when hip hop was first spoken, like in the connotation of it being something, it wasn't even a term of endearment. People would come up to me and say, Mel, you know, you got to get a job because that hip hop shit ain't gonna last forever. That was the first term that involved hip hop. That's what people used to say.
Well, let me ask you a question. Did you take that advice? When they told you, go get a job, Mel, this hip hop shit ain't gonna last forever. Did you take that advice? Did you take heed? Or did you continue to chase the dream? That's what we want to know. I mean, look at you today. You're 63. You're 63. What do you got to show for it? You've been chasing a dream for a very long time. And all you got out of this is some memories. Memories, that's it. Memories of how it used to be. Memories of back in the days. Damn. I mean, even Biggie tried to warn you, but you didn't listen. Biggie told you a long time ago.
It was all a dream.
But you didn't listen. You didn't take heed. Even when Dr. King said it to you. I am a dream. You didn't listen. You didn't pay attention. You continue to chase the dream. Well, the question is how you like it now. Dreamer. Roll the clip.
And after that, then it became something. After it became a culture, then it became a positive turn. So the point that you're trying to make is pointless.
The point that you trying to make, old Melly Mel, is pointless. That's what's going down here. That's pointless.
Because first, you wasn't there. It was only Bronx cats in the very beginning. All this hip hop culture is really Bronx culture, but with culture, see, everybody can do it. So I'm not saying that everybody's not in on it. You are in on it. But it all started with the basic three crews: Flash, Bam, Earth.
Hold up! Stop it right there. Mel, tonight we gonna kill. We gonna kill that old Flash, Bam, and Cool Herc narrative. We gonna put that myth to bed, okay? Because hip hop already knows about that false narrative that you guys conspired to keep yourselves relevant in hip hop. We gonna cut that out right now. They are not the pyramids of hip hop, Melly. We're not gonna start this year off with that damn lie. Y'all been rocking out with that for a long time, but hip hop already knows that was a false narrative. We already know y'all put that together. We already know all about Disco King Mario. Rest in peace. We already know about Grandmaster Flowers. Rest in peace. We already know about DJ Hollywood. Brother, who you think you talking to? You ain't gonna try to throw that old created, conspired narrative at the people tonight. We're not doing that. I play many games, but this is just one game I just don't play. I don't play this, Melly Mel. I don't play that. Roll the clip. Let's go. Come on.
Then you get into the numbers group. The fearless, the furious, the treacherous, breakout, the funky four. Then it goes to everybody else. But by then the table is set. All the original B-boys, they from the Bronx. Even the music, when they say, hip hop is Hip hop is black music. It's Bronx music. Everybody else's song, the go-to song in all the other boroughs, it was love is a message. The Bronx was playing Apache. That's what we was doing. Catch a groove, all that. And if you look at the groups, one of the greatest, as far as I'm concerned, one of the greatest hip hop songs ever, which is Apache, it was a bunch of white boys and maybe one black guy.
All right, now hold up. Now let's stop right there. Apache is probably one of the greatest hip hop beats of all time. Yes, I agree with you on that. But that was created by the Incredible Bongo Band. Did you know that? The Incredible Bongo Band, formed by Pride record executive Michael Viner. Okay? Like you said, it was a group of white boys and maybe one black guy. Okay, that's cool. But when you said that hip hop is Bronx music, Melly Mel, you know you done fucked up. Because these groups were not from the Bronx. The Incredible Bongo Band was not from the Bronx. Catch a Groove, the artists who made that, were not from the Bronx. James Brown wasn't from the Bronx. So, brother, how you gonna tell me this is Bronx music we was playing? It doesn't make sense, Melly. It don't make sense. Make it make sense, Mel. You're all over the place. You're all over the place, Mel. You're stuttering. You're not hitting the pinpoints. You're not speaking in clarity. You're getting it twisted. You know why? Because you lying. You lying. You took the bag, Mel. How much? How much did Sloppy Joe throw at you? Because why you speaking now, Mel? This has been a topic of discussion for a very long time. Why you speaking now, Mel? When foundational black Americans, excuse me, got their foot on Joey Wax's neck. Now you got something to say about it? Why? When he's got kicked off the BET Awards for hosting, now you got something to say about it? When he said blacks and Latinos created 50-50, you didn't have nothing to say about that? Now you want to say something about that? Why? Because Joey is feeling the pressure? Huh, Melly? How much, Mel? How much? How much did it cost you to sponsor this bozo? This infiltrator? This con man? How much, Melly? How much? I'm almost done. Because that's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. Roll the clip, man. Roll the clip before I lose my goddamn mind.
Most of the beats, when Run DMC did Walk This Way, that was a hit 10 years hip hop wise. It was new to the public at large, but hip hop wise, that's what we was doing. It was Bronx music that everybody else built a living around. And
here we go again.
Made even more popular than what it was. But it all started out with the X, and everybody took this. Wakanda took that. That was the Bronx. Look at the nickname of every other borough. Crooklyn, Moneymaker Manhattan, Shaolin.
Yeah.
The Bronx was what? The boogie down Bronx. We was party.
Wow.
I'm still a party. I ain't even go home yet from last night. This is what we do. So to going back to what I said, to have this whole thing racialized, hip hop is not divisive like that. We wasn't counting ahead. Oh yeah, okay, 9 niggas and 3 Puerto Ricans. We wasn't doing that. We wasn't looking at people like that. Sha Rock, the first female MC that really, she rocked with her. I didn't look at her like she was a broad. She was a good MC. When I first seen Crazy Legs B-Boy, and for those who don't know, I started out as a B-Boy. And I'm a second generation B-boy. It was guys that Trixie and Southside, they was B-boying years before, I was a kid. When I'm 13, 14, it was B-boys. But the first time that I seen Crazy Legs, I didn't say nothing about Puerto Rican. I just said these guys, they hell of a B-boy. Let me find something else to do. And then we started MCing. You see what I'm saying? It's not a thing to be divisive. That whole thing, we gotta put all that on the back page. Who's Puerto Rican? Who's black? You know what I mean? That's not the issue. And the glory is supposed to go, like I said, to the creators. I can sit here and say I built the pyramid, and Hotep and them built the pyramid. I ain't built shit. If you could say black people built hip hop, you didn't build shit. You're looking at one of the guys that did it.
Hold up, hell no! You should have never said that, Melly Mel, because you ain't built shit. You ain't built shit, Melly Mel. Because if you built something, you can still do it. You can still do it. If you was the first, if you was numero uno, if you was number one, you can still do it. But you can't, because you ain't build shit. All you did was inherit shit. Oh, you inherit some shit. You inherited the ability through your black ancestors to manifest black greatness. That's what you inherited. You inherited the ability to manifest black greatness through your black lineage, through your great ancestors. It's not because you lived in the Bronx. It's not because you lived in the boogie down Bronx. The Bronx is just where the manifestation manifested. Hear me now? Somebody talk to me. You ain't built shit. Let's get that up. Let's get that up. Roll the tape. Roll the tape. Continue going. Continue going. I'm going to break this down. I got a couple of more minutes I'm going to spend with y'all. Then I'm out of here, man. I had enough. I had enough of breaking this clown down. Yo, listen. Roll the tape, man. Come on. Let's go. I ain't got all night. Roll it.
And I'm telling you what it is. It's not a divisive thing. It's not a thing that's supposed to bring people apart. It's not a thing where it's all this friction. It's a thing that, we jamming, we partying, we all in the same room together, we all on the same stage together. Of course, it's competition, but at the end of the day, it is music. I'm going to address the 300-pound white elephant in the room.
Do that then. Do that.
What do we do about Fat Joe? And the answer is not a good thing. You do the same thing that when he said that did when he said it around. So now, you can like Joe, you can not like Joe. Joe's a Bronx. Joe ain't no outsider. He's a Bronx nigga. So at the end of the day, if it's a Bronx digger from the crate screw or somebody, you call Joe, yo, Joe, you wild or whatever. That's all that internet shit. See, that's that girl shit. You could say Joe, but when you see Joe, you gonna puff your chest up, you gonna get husky and say, Joe, no, you're not.
Melly Mel, hold up now. Let me put some clarity on that for you. Let's stop feeding into the Fat Joe myths. We're not gonna start feeding into the Fat Joe myths. Okay? Because Joe is no killer. Joe is no killer. Where's the bodies? The man done told y'all 95% of his rhymes was all lies, all cap. So, Melly Mel, please save us the indications of Joe being some killer, some Al Capone-ish type of mafia type of. Stop it right now. Maybe you, Melly Mel, won't say it to his face. Maybe you smile and shake his hand and say, that's my man. Maybe you would do that. But not the rest of us. Not all of us. All of us ain't capping when we rap. Some people say, I take this shit too damn serious. And it's true, I do. But I thought we all was supposed to be taking this shit too damn seriously. I didn't know we was capping and playing games and joking around and fronting and all the rinky-dinky things that brothers do in this thing that we love so much called hip-hop. I didn't know you could get away with being a fraud. I didn't know you could run your big mouth and can't back it up. I didn't know you could walk around here with your chest stuck out talking about you the greatest or you the grandest and you don't have to show and prove. I didn't know that. I mean, I'm from the beginning of this, from the codes. We had codes that we used to live by. What happened, man? What happened to the codes, man, we used to live by, man? Dudes couldn't get away with this stuff back in the days, man. I miss the old school, man. I miss it, man. Dude get online, you punch him in his face. Dude think you can rap, you put a mic in his head. What happened to the 80s, man? What happened to the old school? I wish we could just go back in time. Half of these cats wouldn't be saying the shit they saying right now today. They would be standing online listening to button to the code. But now everybody done let this shit get watered down. Industry just came in and just changed the game. It used to be hip-hop, now it's rap. We used to be MCs, now we artists. What happened? Who changed the game? Listen, Mel, get off Sloppy Joe's myths. Cause everybody got peoples that'll rock out with him. Okay? Everybody got those things in the back of the trunk too. Okay? So don't be making no indication, because we all standing on our macho and our manhood. Anybody could get it, including you. So don't start none, and it won't be none, partner. All it is about energy, decisions, destiny, and timing, player. Don't get it fucked up, Melly. Because when you gotta go, you gotta go. And you know, before I move on, Melly, for a dude like you who ain't never even been to prison, never did no jail time or never got arrested or anything like that. And I'm not glorifying that, you know. But for a dude who's never been to prison and done no jail time or nothing, who ain't never put no work in, who ain't got no war stories, who ain't never got his hands dirty, who ain't got no beasts in the street, a guy who ain't put no work in. And when he did, he stepped in the ring with Willie D and got knocked the fuck out. So don't you get on this social media platform stirring up nothing. Don't you let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. Now you know how I get down. I play many games, but this is one game I don't play. Partner, you should have never said that. I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to lose my mind, man. I'm about to lose my mind. Roll the clip. Roll the clip. Roll the clip. Let me hear what else he had to say.
You don't gotta like Joe. Joe, the thing as far as that personalized it for me was that I read and it was in one, and they called Joe a white Puerto Rican. I don't know about all that. He's Puerto Rican. What do we do about Fat Joe? The same, like I said, the same thing that you did or that the guys did. What he said around them, you do the same thing that they did. No, he said what he said. You agree with it? You don't agree with it? Joe's a Bronx nigga. That's my nigga. Big shout out to Score. And big shout out to Peter Guns. And just like in the words of Peter Guns, if it wasn't for the Bronx. Come on, man. Come on, man. Everybody ate off this shit. Hey, look at me. I ain't doing bad. I ain't doing bad. Everybody ate off this shit, but if it wasn't for the Bronx, and you gotta remember that, and you gotta respect that. All like I said, we gonna put all this shit on the back page. Y'all could keep doing girls on the internet about who said what or who shot John, but you ain't gonna be husky when you see these niggas. So stop. The hip hop culture is Bronx culture. There is no hip hop. That's second. The initial culture is Bronx culture. Something that Bronx niggas put out to the world that turned into hip hop. We gave that to y'all. Everybody could win.
Melly Mel, let me clear something up. Understand this, Melly Mel. The Bronx didn't put hip hop on the map. Hip hop put the Bronx on the map. Okay? Think about it. The Bronx would have still been being called the burnt down Bronx. Remember when we used to call it that? Remember when everybody else used to call it that? The burnt down Bronx, all the abandoned buildings and all the horrific destruction and demolition. That was a reflection of the Bronx. Remember those days? Well, it was hip hop that turned the burnt down Bronx into the boogie down Bronx. This ain't got nothing to do with the Bronx, and you ain't gonna take black greatness out of the culture either. We ain't gonna stand by and allow that. We ain't gonna stand by and let you attempt to take black greatness out of hip hop and connect it to the Bronx. Oh, hell no. You worse than Fat Joe. You worse than Fat Joe. All I want to know is how much did it cost you to sacrifice your whole reputation in front of your own people? How much did it cost for them to summons you and have you make a spectacle of yourself by the ridiculousness that you splurting out of your lips? I'm disappointed at you, Melly. I mean, I always knew you had a big mouth, and you ain't never really know what the hell to say out of it. But I never thought you would go this far. Saying you was the first rapper and all the stuff that you said. If you the first rapper, you supposed to have an arsenal of shit in your back pocket ready to spit at any given moment. But if somebody asked me that about you, I would have to say hard to tell. Hard to tell, very hard to tell. And I blame the people. I blame you bloggers. I blame you fans. I blame all you other MCs. It's y'all's fault. It's not Melly Mel's fault he's ego tripping. It's not Melly Mel's fault he's on his own dick. It's y'all's fault. It's the public's fault. It's the people's fault. It's the interviewer's fault. It's the blogger's fault for allowing him to think he was all that. You allowed this guy to believe he was the greatest. You fed into his ego. You threw wood in the fire. You was a yes man. You smiled in his face. You boot licked and your ass wiped. And you created this freaking Frankenstein. And now you can't turn him off. I mean, you great at looking good, Melly Mel. You great at staying in shape. Oh, you great at playing a role. You great at talking shit. That's what you great at. But you ain't great in being no husband. You ain't great at being no father. You ain't great at being no role model. What children have you raised? What example have you led by? You great at looking pretty. You a pretty boy. That's what you're great at, O'Melly. I don't want you to give us any more advice. On blackness or hip-hop. You've taken the culture out of it now. You've taken black greatness out of it. Melly, in fact, you like the slave who helped the slave master catch more slaves. Hear me now, Melly. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done absolutely done fucked up, right? Play your role, Mel. You're a pretty boy. Pick up a cell phone and do some what they call it, selfies. Get some vitamins. Pick up a dumbbell, do some push-ups, go to the gym. But don't you advise foundational black Americans on shit about the culture or about hip-hop from this moment on. You have just been canceled. Your head is now on the chopping block. I think I said enough. I don't got no more to say. Case closed. Before I go, I just want to say, Melly Mel, any last words before we close the case? Speak up now or forever hold your peace.
No apologies, say a disclaimer. I'm the king of legend, first Hall of Famer. Making diss tracks, I know you with that. Now everybody get ready for the kickback. Wait,